Coming up in this episode, effectively monitors automation, a flight path management automatic behaviour. Hello again, welcome back, and thank you for downloading this edition of High Performance Pilot, the show dedicated to improving our performance as aviation professionals. To do that, I embrace the core competency matrix and the behaviours contained within it, the knowledge, the skills and the attitudes, giving you the best chance of maximising your performance. In this episode, I'm taking a look at another behaviour from Flight Path Management Automatic, a competency that ensures we as pilots effectively control the aircraft through the ever more complex automation of the modern flight deck. Flight path management is a critical aspect of ensuring safe and efficient aircraft operations. It is enhanced by proficiency in communication and workload management and is aided by good situational awareness. Automation within the cockpit is now a defining part of our flight control systems. Its fundamental aim is to reduce crew workload and so increase spare capacity. It also enables operation in our ever more complex and busy airspace. However, this comes at a price. If we don't monitor it, we don't know what it's doing. So what do we mean by effectively monitors automation? When we use automation, we are effectively giving control of the aircraft to systems, and these systems require our input. Effectively monitoring automation means both crew members understand what the automation has been asked to do, and subsequently that both pilots ensure it continues to do so. It's as simple as that. But let's not fall into complacency, because this is not as simple as it first may seem. So why do we need it? When a system is in control of the flight path of the aircraft, it is critical that the status of that system is understood. Despite their sophistication, these systems are only as good as the input we provide. It will simply do what we have asked of it, even if that is incorrect. Errors will occur, therefore monitoring of what has been selected is critical. We also need to ensure that the automation has actually engaged the mode we have selected, and that the selected mode hasn't changed without our noticing. Understanding this behaviour means nothing unless we can achieve effectiveness. The list of how to do this is fairly long, so let's take a look at how we can achieve it. Understanding the status of the automation is the only way we can have situational awareness of the aircraft flight path. Therefore, the monitoring of flight modes must be treated as a primary task. Effective workload management should ensure secondary tasks do not compromise this vital monitoring. When you are engaged in secondary tasks, ensure you interrupt them with a return to the mode panel to ensure the automated systems are doing what you have asked. The importance of monitoring the automated modes can be seen as dependent on the phase of flight, and not all phases are equal. Treat the last 1,000 feet of any climb or descent as a critical phase of flight, along with time spent below 10,000 feet. These are the periods when mode changes are most likely and when you should be giving your undivided attention to the automation. Action, mode, response. There are other acronyms, but they all have the same goal, and that is to manage automated modes conscientiously and diligently. Whenever you make a mode change or action, ensure the mode you have asked for is actually engaged, and that the aircraft subsequently responds as intended. Forewarned is forearmed, so during your briefings, discuss the modes you are going to use during departure and arrival. This will ensure you have a shared mental model and both know what to expect of the automation. Following distractions and interruptions, take time to confirm situational awareness of the automation by enunciating the engaged modes. Develop and maintain an effective scan of the primary instruments, attitude, speed, vertical and horizontal profiles, and crucially, an understanding of the energy state of the aircraft. Employ effective workload management skills to ensure you have the spare capacity to devote to the primary task of managing the automation. And finally, stick to your assigned roles, pilot flying or pilot monitoring, to ensure there is no doubt who is doing what. And once again, follow your company SOPs. These are designed to ensure selection and monitoring of the automation is consistent, accurate, and cross-checked. To be effective aviators, we need to understand the potential threats and errors present during our operational day, allowing us to avoid or mitigate them. Automation of the flight deck brings huge benefits, but it is not without its share of potential threats. Those associated with a lack of proficiency in monitoring the automation include active vertical and horizontal modes that are different from those the crew believe are engaged, leading to controlled flight into terrain or reduced aircraft separation. Level busts. An undesired aircraft state leading to an upset. Complacency leading to over-reliance on automated systems. And so to this episode's key takeaways. Monitoring of the automation is a primary task that is the responsibility of both pilot flying and pilot monitoring. Automated systems bring huge benefits to the operation, but beware of over-reliance and assumptions that they are delivering what you want. Operation below 10,000 feet and within 1,000 feet of assigned level should be treated as critical phases of flight. Follow SOPs to ensure consistent selection and monitoring of the automated modes. Effective management of interruptions and distractions is key to maintaining situational awareness of the system status. Threats from lack of proficiency include level busts, upsets, and controlled flight into terrain. So that's the behaviour of effectively monitors automation from the Competency Flight Path Management Automatic. I hope today's episode encourages you to analyse how you operate your aircraft, and maybe you've heard something that will enhance your effectiveness. High Performance Pilot has an ultimate aim: to stimulate interest in the core competencies and inspire you to seek them out and apply them to further improve your effectiveness as a pilot. Each week, one behaviour from one competency. We'll break it down and provide tips and advice on how to make it a strength in your operation. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and visit High Performance Pilot on YouTube. Join me next week. If you wish to contribute or ask a question, please email me at highperformancepilot@gmail.com.